Hey guys, we're going to go over the second thing on the notes, which is completing the square. Now this is actually something you do when you're in Algebra 2, completing the square, but we're going to talk about it now, and we're not going to go, I guess, too much in depth, but we will be going over this. So the first thing you want to do when you're completing the square is the constant, so the number like 11 or minus 11 here, we're going to move this to the other side. So we're going to add 11 to both sides. That's your first step. So move over that constant. So that cancels. And then we're left with x squared plus 8x. Now, when you're doing this, what you're going to do is you're going to leave a space here. So I'm actually going to put plus blank, and you'll see why in a second, equals the 11 over here. But then I'm also going to put another plus blank. And the plus blank is actually what the completing the square part is going to be. So all we've done is added 11 to both sides. And now we're going to complete the square. So and this is where this little hint up here says half it, square it, add it. So what you're going to do is the number next to x, in this case, which is 8. So we're going to take 8. We're going to half it. So what's half of 8? 4. And that number is going to be important later. Square it. So what's 4 squared? Well, it's 16. And then you're going to add it, meaning I'm going to add it to both sides. Now on the right side, that's just going to give me 27. Now on the left side, we could just write 8x squared plus 8x plus 16. But the reason we did all this, the reason we completed this squared is because this becomes something really nice. What this becomes is something in parentheses squared. And what goes in the parentheses is x plus whatever you got when you divided by 2. Now, if this was, let's say, minus 8, you would have divided by 2 and got negative 4, then minus 4 would go here. But because it's a positive 8, when we divided by 2, we got 4, so we would put positive 4 here. And so this would be what it would look like after completing the square. And just so you understand what this x plus 4 squared is, when we divided by 2 and squared it and added to this problem, we created what's called a perfect square polynomial. You don't necessarily need to know that term, but I want you to see that this is the same thing as x plus 4 squared. So if I come out here, and you don't have to do this part, I'm just trying to make you understand what's happening here. X plus 4 squared actually means x plus 4 times x plus 4. Just like 3 squared means 3 times 3. You know, something like that. So x plus 4 times x plus 4. And now I'm going to distribute this. So x times x is x squared. And forgive the lack of, the writing is a little bit terrible. X times 4 is 4x. I think it's actually beneficial because it forces me to go slow. 4 times x is 4x. And then 4 times 4 is 16. Now what you'll notice is if I combine these like terms here, what do I get? I get x squared plus 8x plus 16, which is what we had here. So whenever you complete the square, you create something really nice here, such that what goes here, and what goes here in the parentheses is what you got when you divided by 2. So what I want y'all to do is I want you to try this with example 11. So this is the second video I'm making, and I want you to do number 11. Again, I will make sure that y'all know whether or not you did it correctly when I create the assignment and then go through your work. So, but I want you to try number 11.